some of you who know me might know that I'm a little bit of an alignment nerd. This is due to a lot of injuries that I used to have, and also with alignment comes a lot of joy and fun, and also a healthy way of practicing. So you can practice for a long time, you don't get injured that easily, and it just feels nice to change the quality of the movements. Alright, today I want to look with you at alignment in plank. So we start with the alignment of your wrists and your shoulders. We will look at the alignment of your spine, and as a bonus also the alignment of your feet and legs, because also this is part of your plank. Alrighty, let's get started. Hands. So your fingers are spread, and all your finger knuckles have contact with the ground, with the mat. And the usual alignment is that your fingers, your hands, your wrists are underneath your shoulders, fingers spread, and your middle finger is pointing to the front. If you feel a lot of pressure in your wrist crease, or if you're suffering from an injury or just had an injury, or you just feel it's too much load on your wrists, you can change this slightly and move your hands a little bit wider and a little bit more to the front. So they are not directly underneath your shoulders, but wider and further away. And also you can play around a little bit and see whether it feels nicer if you point your fingers slightly outward. So this is up to you to choose. When you have this position underneath your shoulders or a bit wider and further away, you can bring the fronts, the insides of your elbows, so your elbow creases, you can turn them slightly to the front. So I always imagine they are lights and spotlights, and they are shining to the front. From here, we want to have a look at the shoulder, and we want to stabilize the shoulder joint. So we do this by activating the muscles around the shoulder, the chest, your lats, and also muscles at the back around your scapula. First, we want to activate the chest. You can do this by pulling your hands together, pulling them to the midline. Or more like from the quality, you can imagine that you're pulling your upper arm bones towards each other. So you're activating your chest, also your biceps and the muscles in your upper arm. So pulling hands to the midline towards each other. Next one, we want to activate this muscle. You do this by pulling your hands backwards or pulling your upper arm backwards. So it's all isometrically, you won't see a lot, but you will feel it. And then you want to broaden your chest. You do this by bringing your scapula, your shoulder blades, slightly more to the midline, bringing them more towards each other. And then, at the same time, a kind of counter movement, you're pushing in the ground. So you're widening the space between your shoulder blades. So, hands are aligned, then you push your hands to the midline, push them backwards, widening your chest or bringing shoulder blades more towards each other, and then pushing to the ground. And when you have this, you can step back into your plank. Like this, your shoulder is very stable. And then next, we want to have a look at your spine. We're starting with your head because, your head is part of your spine, is on top of your neck, which is your spine. And to avoid tension there, you can imagine that you have a pillow and push the back of your head into this pillow. If it's hard for you to imagine, you can also take your hand, place it at the back of your head, and then push your head into your hand. And you want to keep this feeling. So with your lower spine, you want to hug your lower ribs to the inside, and then you want to elongate your lower spine. So your tailbone is going down towards your heels. And if we do this in all fours, let's start with our shoulder. Yeah, good position. Head is pushing into this imaginary pillow, hugging your lower ribs, elongating low spine. And then step back, and you have a very, very healthy, stable plank position. So, I told you there is a little bonus. So your legs, of course, they are also part of the plank. Plank is a whole body workout. When you're in your perfect, stable plank position, you can put a bit more weight on your toes, and then at the same time hug your feet and your legs to the midline. So you feel your legs are very activated, and then you can also imagine pulling feet and hands together. Ta-da!